Our top story, well, in a major development in the AgustaWestland VVIP chopper scam, the Enforcement Directorate has told a Delhi court that the alleged middleman Christian Michel has named Mrs Gandhi and the son of an Italian lady during his interrogation. And Christian Michel, who has been sent to a 7-day Enforcement Directorate custody, also named a big man called R, a code that investigators are yet to decipher. These were the possible references to the Congress leader Sonia Gandhi and party president Rahul Gandhi. However, investigators told the court that they don't know yet in what context their name was taken. Claiming that Christian Michel was being tutored from outside, investigators also sought a ban on Christian Michel's access to his lawyer. The court has said that the middleman's lawyer can now only meet him for 15 minutes every morning and evening. In further revelations, the Enforcement Directorate has told the court that Christian Michel identified how the state-owned Hindustan Aeronautics Limited was dropped from the deal in favor of the Tata Group. Now, a political war of words has erupted after Christian Michel's hearing. The Congress has accused the government of pressurizing agencies to name the Gandhi family in the case, while the BJP has retorted, saying that action must be taken against Sonia Gandhi.
Seen that what the BJP has been doing in this matter. In fact, one of the television channels themselves showed that how there is pressure on Christian to name a particular family. But I would like to ask this very question: why doesn't the Chowkidar, who there is complete proof on, by trying to hide behind agencies, government agencies, and trying to pressurize government agencies to name a person, the person who has done the biggest chori cannot be spared?
Well, it's a very crucial thing. It was custodial interrogation, and that's why you have custodial interrogation, because there you have physical strength and mental strength to resist questioning. After a point of time, it wears down, and then you start speaking. That happens every time. It's a psychological situation. So in that he has said, yes, the family means Sonia Gandhi. And she was the one who made sure that we got the contract, all that. So now it's a clear case that she was a cabinet minister rank position in AC, National Advisory Council. And this comes under the Corruption Act, Prevention Corruption Act. So she can be prosecuted under Section 13. And now an FIR should be registered. But Christian Michel has much more to tell us. And therefore, ED is asking for further custodial interrogation.
He was arrested by the Enforcement Directorate over money laundering charges in the AgustaWestland VVIP chopper scam. He was extradited, remember, from the UAE earlier this month and was produced in Delhi's Patiala House Court today. The 2013 scam marked the last days of the Manmohan Singh-led UPA government. And while joining us to talk a little bit more about this major development, my colleagues Karthike Sharma, our political editor, joins us, and Siddhant Sibbal also joining us now live from New Delhi. And Karthike, if I can come to you first, this of course being a politically explosive revelation coming from the courts today that Christian Michel has in fact named a certain big man, the Gandhis possibly, and this of course, as already we are seeing the reactions coming thick and fast to this.
Good evening, Bharvi. There are two things here. This is not in defense of any individual, but the fact of the matter is that one has to prove money trail in the court of law to be actually prosecuted for any unlawful activity or corrupt activity. Now, Christian Michel's being quoted by the sources in the government that he has taken name of Sonia Gandhi, UPA chairperson, who happens to have run the Congress party strongly for 17 years and for 10 years was at helms of affair when Manmohan Singh was the Prime Minister. But one has to understand that it has to be proved. The money trail has to be there. The flow of the money needs to be there. The accounts need to be linked. And more important than that, people need to verify that. But that's the legal part. in Indian politics, like many other democracies, the legal issues can be set aside. The political damage can be immense. For example, nothing was proved when Bofors broke, but the fact that Rajiv Gandhi lost the prime ministership and Congress then had to struggle with Narasimha Rao, could not ever get a full majority after 1989. Congress could never had a simple majority in Lok Sabha. Now, cut to another controversy. Rafale, despite the fact that the Supreme Court has given a clean chit to Modi government on issues of transaction, the Congress has taken up the issue. So similarly, the political damage can be immense because certain names had come up. For example, AP and other names were mentioned, but it doesn't prove culpability. Or for example, even the Hawala Jain Diary case, in which the name of BJP's patriarch, L.K. Advani, was mentioned. He resigned from the party, but nothing was proved. So in politics, you have a legal life and you have a political life. Legal life, they will have to prove everything. Politically, all you need to do is name and shame.
Right, absolutely, Karthikeyan. And of course, the same arguments now being made by the Congress that this will have to be proved in a court of law. The legal aspect, the money trail will have to be proved. The same argument was turned on its head when it came to Rafale. So, Karthikeyan, stay with us. We're also Siddhant Sibal is also with us. And Siddhant, of course, this is a major victory nonetheless for the Foreign Ministry and for the government of India. The fact that he was extradited and the fact that, there's been 2 times that the Enforcement Directorate has been given his custody. And the time that the lawyer can spend with Christian Michel has also been reduced by the court.
Well, of course, it's a big victory for the Foreign Ministry, getting him back from another country. The fact that he was a British citizen, and even then the government was able to bring him back. Of course, the UK wants consular access to Christian Michel. But what today happened in the court was something that everyone expected. Only the date was missing, and today was the date. The fact that he mentioned Mrs Gandhi, he mentioned that the Italian lady, the next Prime Minister of India, and he said, big are these, of course, point out to a certain individual, to a certain family. But remember, the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi, just a day after he was extradited back to India, said that Razdar Raz Kholega. That means the person who knows so much will be spelling out certain things, and this was a hint to what was to come. And today, finally, the names came. Of course, huge political damage to the Congress. The Congress has already made a statement, and 2019 is election year. It might be cold right now here in Delhi, but the political temperature sure is going to rise after this news.
Right. And Karthikeyan, well, just expanding on what you were saying earlier about, the political implications of this, of course, for the Congress. And we've seen the Prime Minister, of course, time and again in the run-up to 2019 saying that we are staying the course when it comes to corruption. We are going to be extraditing high-profile people charged in corruption cases. And we've seen what has happened with, of course, the cases in Vijay Mallya and Nirav Modi, that things are happening, they are moving. How much of that actually bears fruit, we don't know yet, but politically very significant.
See, Vijay Mallya, Bhairavi, Vijay Mallya is a case which can cut across both UP and NDA. Both can blame each other, and UPA can say, well, you made the guy run, you let him lose. But the NDA can say, BJP can say, well, it was during your tenure that he made the money. So it's like an equal game. But this Christian Michel issue is slightly delicate. One, if for the first time, a retired Indian Air Force top boss was booked, jailed. He came out, won the case in the trial court, and again booked. So it has to do with the chain of command. It also demoralizes the Indian Air Force that your former air chief actually took bribe. That's one. Secondly, this is so close to the Lok Sabha elections that any impression can change the recovery of the Congress party. For example, I'll give you an analogy, Bhairavi. What happened when FBI launched a case in Hillary Clinton's private email episode? It lasted for 25 days, 30 days. It gave Donald Trump enough chance to cut into the popularity of Hillary Clinton. And in the end, FBI head at that point of time said, well, it was a mistake. She shouldn't have deleted her mails, but nothing substantial was lost. So in terms of legality, Hillary Clinton won the case, but she lost the presidential election. So similar thing can happen in India. They might win the case legally, but then it might impact them. So in the chorus, it now ultimately depends on political messaging. Is it Rafale? Is it Christian Michel? Is it Mallya of UP or NDA? Because ultimately it's all hovering down to the issue of corruption. And it's very simple, Bhairavi. Narendra Modi did not come to power on the issue of Ayodhya, Ram Temple or any other issue. He was supported by the middle classes on corruption issue and he came to power. For the first time in 4 years, that issue was being lost. And I would say the initiative was being wrested away by Congress from them. And I think it's politically, if I see it, with all its intentions, it puts BJP back at the center of the game. But then, as I say, in India, political life of a case is different from the judicial life, and now jury is out on that. Who knows whose name he might take? Because all you need to do is to say that the Christian Michel has taken the name. But then, proving the matter can take place later, but by then the damage will be done.
Right. And Siddhant, of course, you've been tracing the movement of Christian Michel since he arrived in India on that extradition request to the UAE. Now, there have been worries that have been expressed by the UK government. There have been worries expressed by the lawyer about his treatment inside Tihar jail, that he's been put, in jail with 40 other inmates. And, so take us through the course of what's happened with Christian Michel. There are many multiple requests that his lawyers have also put through.
Well, one of the biggest requests is from the UK government that they want consular access, and the CBI India has principally agreed that we will be giving you the consular access, but the date is still not decided. Second, of course, is the focus on how he's kept. Of course, today the ED said that he's being tutored by his lawyers, and they also found out he trying to give him the paper chits in which there was mention about Sonia Gandhi, question about Sonia Gandhi, and they found it out, and that of course made it to the court. So these issues remain, and these issues are likely to be raised up next time when the ED goes to extend his entire custody. But by and large, his issue is now become a political issue. It's a battle of perception which is taking place just before the election, and both Congress and BJP have skeletons in the closet. And this time the BJP is having certain edge given the fact that he has taken the name of Sonia Gandhi, and this is of course going to blow just before the elections on of course the face of the Congress. But Congress also has its own leverage over the entire corruption issue and can of course come out soon on various revelations.
Right, Siddhant Sibbal and Kartikeya Sharma, thanks both very much for joining us with the latest on that big breaking news, of course, of Christian Michel's statements that have been revealed now to the press, what he said in the Patiala House Court about naming a certain Gandhi.